Flopping. One of the most hilarious, frustrating things to take place during an NBA game. James Harden is definitely one of the leading floppers in the league, so how should refs handle this? Let's discuss. What's up, everyone? It's Devin Howard. If you're not following me on Instagram, you should do that now. I'm there as @DevinHoward. Subscribe to the Fumble, tap the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Back in 2012, the NBA implemented an anti-flopping policy, which was meant to, quote, curb the unsportsmanlike practice known as flopping. Despite creating this new rule, flopping continues to happen, and James Harden committed the flop of all time in the Nets game on Sunday. They were up against the Clippers, and it might have been the greatest flop of all time, which wouldn't be a surprise since the Nets star has led the league 7 times in free throw attempts with an arsenal of moves in which he leans into defenders or falls back when an offensive player's elbow gets too close to his beard. He's an expert at turning no contact or little contact into a lot of contact, which helps him draw a lot of fouls. So with just seconds to go in the Nets versus Clippers game, Kawhi Leonard drove to the hoop and James flopped hard. An offensive foul was called on the Clippers. Check out that clip here. Yeah, that was a really floppy flop. But the NBA might be cracking down on this kind of thing. Earlier this month, LeBron James committed a flop of his own. He made minimal contact with Dillon Brooks during the Lakers versus Grizzlies game, but fell to the floor waving his arms dramatically on his way down. Check that out here. And in that same game, Kuz flopped too. Watch that here. And the official NBA Twitter account responded to it. They tweeted that both LeBron and Kuz received warnings for violating the league's anti-flopping rule. After the first violation, athletes do have to pay a fine, but what I want to know is, where is James Harden's warning for that flop that he committed in the Clippers versus Nets game? It seems like the league, no matter how hard they try to prevent these players from perfecting their flops, they just can't stay on top of it. Do we need to just accept that flopping is part of the game, that it's just part of the theatrics of being a superstar athlete suiting up in a nationally televised game? Or does flopping ruin the validity of what's actually happening on the court? Honestly, I can see it both ways. It sucks when a foul gets called on a player who did nothing, but sometimes those flops can be so hilarious to watch. So Fumble fam, let's talk about it in the comments. What do you think? Does the league need to just relax on flopping? Sound off in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell. I'm Devin Howard for the Fumble, and I'll see you later.